ladies, welcome to this 11-minute low-impact full-body yoga workout for when you want to strengthen, balance and re-energize. All you need for this one is your yoga mat. We're going to begin just warming up the body in an upward dog position, dropping the head back as we inhale through the nose. And as we exhale, we're going to pull the hips back and rest down into a child pose, opening the knees if you need to really release those hips and stretch out the spine. So when you're ready, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, roll down. Now, as we're warming up, I want you to take it really slow, moving with the breath and enjoying that wave-like motion through the spine. That's it. I really want you to just focus on your breath and let the movement follow. Yoga workouts are all about being really intuitive, listening to your body. You know, if your body's feeling a little bit tired today, then we listen to that. We don't push through it because our hormones love it when we listen to them and we take those signals. So really just feeling into it and doing what you can today without any pressure. Good. One more here. Let's hold it a little bit longer. See if you can lift those knees off the ground this time. That's it. And we're going to tuck those toes, pull the belly button into the spine and lift into a downward dog. So bending the knees for now as it's our first downward dog and just wiggling out those hips. We're going to keep that breath going. As we inhale, we're going to come through into high plank position, pushing the floor away. As we exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, lift the hips and pressing into those heels for a downward dog. So it's the same wave-like motion. Head is the last thing to come in the plank, and then exhale, we push into the hips. And that's it, we look between our feet. Good, so inhale, that wave-like motion coming forward, shoulders over the wrist, and exhale, we push it back. That's it, few more of these, stretching the legs as we come into that plank, and pushing into those heels as we come back into that downward dog. Good, and let's just rest it here in that downward dog. Take a little reset, pressing into one heel at the time, taking it for a little walk. This time we're going to start to introduce the obliques, so the side of our core. So this time as we inhale, we come forward into high plank, same as we did before. And as we exhale, if your body is allowing you to do it today, we're going to touch opposite hand to opposite ankle as we exhale, squeezing that side of the body. So inhale, come forward, exhale, squeeze, and cross underneath us. That's it. And we're using that pelvic floor and that lower core. We're pulling it in. That's it. As we lift. Good. We're getting a nice little stretch here as well. Getting everything flowing through the body. That's it. Making sure that when we come into that plank, we don't drop the hips too much and put pressure on the lower back. We're lifting and keeping the bum in line with everything. That's it. Few more here. Staying with your breath. That's it, taking it at your own pace, no rush. And then once again, coming back to your downward dog position and making sure the hands are now shoulder width apart. We're going to take some dolphin dips. This is really going to work the triceps. So as you inhale, we bend the elbows. As we exhale, we stretch. So the legs stay where they are and we're just gently working into those arms. So inhale to lower, exhale, stretch. That's it. Think about lengthening down the spine and the back of those legs. Good. You're really going to start to feel this in the triceps, but also in your upper back and shoulders as well. Looking between the hands if you can, getting a nice gentle stretch down the spine as well and down the back of the legs. So a really nice one. If that feels too intense, you can come down to dolphin and push back up to downward dog, nice and slowly. That's it. A few more seconds here. Keep working with the breath. Inhale as we lower. Exhale, push and lift. Good, lovely. Coming into your plank position, hands under the shoulders. And we're going to come into a bear crawl, so knees under hips. Now you can either keep the knees on the floor if you want something a little bit lower impact, or we can slightly lift them, which is going to engage our core, staying with that upper body. Inhale to tap, hand to opposite shoulder, exhale, release it down. The aim of this one is to keep the body nice and still. That's it. And really zipping up that core and working into those shoulders. But like I said, nice and intuitively listening to the body. So closing the eyes, inhaling as you tap, exhaling as you lower. And if you need to drop your knees, that's completely fine. Listening to your body Staying with your breath and moving for you, doing what feels good. That's it. A few more here. You can start to feel it in your quads as well. Good. And 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Good. Dropping down to the knees and just taking it into a little child pose to stretch out the spine. So the next one, we're going to come back into that upward dog. That's it. We're going to keep the toes tucked. And we're going to do a little upward dog push-up. So we lift as if we're going into plank and we bend the elbows and we're bringing our nose towards the ground. So inhale, that's it, make that movement. Exhale, bring the hips down, upward dog. So a little upward dog tricep push-up. Good, really push the floor away, coming into almost like a plank position as the nose comes forward and we're bending the elbows, keeping them in by our sides. So again, feeling it in those triceps. Inhale to dip, exhale, stretch it out. Take your time here. These are quite tricky. You can always come down to your knees here if you want to instead. One more. That's it. Good. Now you'll be pleased to know we're moving on from the upper body. We're going to start to work those glutes. So back in that plank position, as we inhale, we turn the toes out and we step underneath into our yogi squat. Test the balance by taking the hands off, and then we step it back to our plank. So inhale, come forward, drop those hips, lengthen, exhale, stepping it back. So again, low impact. We're not jumping today. We're just moving with the breath, using our yoga asanas to get a real good workout. That's it. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. Good. Keeping the body in line as we go back and getting a nice release in those hips as well. Getting everything moving, clearing out any stagnant blockages in the body. That's it. One more. Let's hold yogi squat, because who doesn't love a little yogi squat? That's it. Have a little wiggle out. Good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn to the side and come into a side lunge. So flexing the right leg, pressing into that left hip. You can keep your hands on the floor and crawl yourself up and over as we take a nice side lunge, working the glutes and stretching the inner thigh. Or if you want to challenge yourself, bring your hands to prayer position, maybe even above your head or out to the side. Take it slow and steady. This is really going to work your hips, your glutes, your inner thighs. Like I said, if you want to keep your hands on the floor or even your fingertips and build it up, that is completely fine. We want to stay with the breath. This is a really nice one to just release any built up tension in the legs as well. Few more and then we're done. That's it. Nice and slow. One more. Good, lovely. Sitting down and giving those legs a little shake out. So we're going to come into a bridge now, staying with working the glutes. So lying down, making sure the spine's in line, planting those toes, pressing the hands into the floor, looking up. As we inhale, we're going to lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, relax into the shoulders. And as we exhale, slowly come down. Thinking about squeezing your lower core and your pelvic floor. That's it, getting as much lift as we can. And rolling down through the spine with the breath. Close your eyes here. It feels really nice to move with the breath. And if you want to make it a little bit more intense, you can come up onto your toes, the balls of your feet, that's it. And you get a little bit more depth, especially as we come down. We want to just touch the floor and then come straight back up. Good, well done guys. You've got 2 more exercises and we are done, so stay with me. Let's have a little squeeze at the top. That's it, really press into those shoulders and then come all the way down. Lovely. Now for our next exercise, you can either place the hands under the glutes for a little bit of support, or we can come into a cactus pose and really open the chest. We're going to take some windscreen wipers. So inhale, knees go to the left, we look to the right if we can. Exhale, we draw them back to the center. That's it. So keep your knees close to you, just make it a little bit easier. And go to 90 degrees if you want more of a challenge. We're keeping our shoulders on the ground or hands under the glutes. You can keep your head still as well, whatever helps, but this is a lovely one for our obliques. That's it. And we get a nice release of the lower back as well. We got one more exercise to finish with the core and a little bit of balance. And then you are done. Well done for taking this time in your busy day to feel good, to re-energize and just release any built up tension in the body. Your hormones are gonna love you for it. That's it. Hug yourself, give it a nice little squeeze. So for the last exercise, hands behind the knees, we're gonna take a little boat rock with a little hold at the top to really test that core. If you want an extra challenge, you're gonna take your hands off. That's it, bring your legs up, get right onto your shoulders if you can for a nice release. That's it, cross the legs if it's a bit easier for you. And you can always keep your hands behind the knees or on the floor. Inhale as you go back, exhale as you lift. Good. That's it. Inhale as we lift, exhale as we come back. Good. Really working with that breath. Releasing. That's it. Keeping those shoulders down. And just massaging the spine into the ground. Let's take one more with a little hold to finish. That's it. Holding that boat pose. Take the arms off if you can. Close your eyes, lengthen the spine. Open the chest, take a breath in, and as you exhale, place the feet down, give yourself a well-deserved hug and just have a little sway side to side. Well done, guys. Breathing into your back as you inhale. That's it, resting forehead onto the knees, giving yourself a nice little hug as you inhale and exhale into the back, slowing down the breath and the heart rate. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling yourself all the way out. And just releasing those shoulders, opening the legs a little bit as well. We'll take a nice little cat-cow. So inhale, arching the back, looking through, bringing the chest forward, lifting the chin. And exhale, rolling it down. Good. Keeping the hands behind the knees. Just releasing the spine. And one more. Inhale. Exhale, round. Good. Crossing those legs, sitting nice and comfortably. Let's finish with a deep breath in. Exhale, bring all that positivity down into the body and thank yourself for taking this time out of your busy day to look after your well-being. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this class. Please let me know in the comments below. And if there's any other classes that you want me to put on here, then please feel free to pop them below. And of course, if you want more classes like this weekly, hit that subscribe button. But until next time, guys, thank you so much for all the love and support. I'm sending you lots of love and I'll see you next time. Mwah.